short. I'm not worried, I'll fall overboard. You pop my head open like a car.
And pop his head open like a cork.
Hello everyone, myself Pinkesh Patel. Today me and my team is going to perform Newton's first law of motion. Before we start the experiment, I want to say the requirements for the experiment. That is a coin, a cardboard and a glass. Now let us start the experiment and you can see the setup before the experiment. Here is another camera mode, that is slow mode. Observation. When we observed that at first when we applied less force than the force applied to coin downward, due to which it doesn't move out from cord and falls down. But at second time when we apply more force, the coin moves out from the cord and fall down.
Hello everyone, myself Dhruv and today me and my team is going to perform Newton's second law of motion experiment. So before going ahead, I want to say the requirements of the materials, that is 3 cans, 2 full and 1 empty, 1 cardboard and 2 wooden blocks. So now let us see the performed experiment.
Wow, what was that? You may not be able to say it properly. So, again showing it to you in slow mode. The previous activity was like a race of 2 full cans and there was a draw between them. Now the next activity was performed with 1 full and 1 empty can. So let's see that and guess what will happen from the 3 given options at bottom. First, full can will win the race. Second, empty can will win the race. Third, or there will be again draw between them. Wow, the empty can lose and the filled can won the race. If you didn't saw it properly, now I am going to explain why this occurs, as the Newton's second law states that the rate of change of momentum of a body is directly proportional to the force applied, and this momentum takes place in the direction of the applied force, and due to which at first both the can felt the same force, due to which the race was tied, while at the second time the empty can lose and the filled can won the race, as the empty can felt less pressure while filled can felt more pressure, and it was due to their mass. That is, let us take an example on the basis of the previous activity. For example, the filled can have a mass m1 and the empty can have a mass of m2. While the mass m1 is greater than m2, the force felt in the filled can is m1g, while the pressure or the force felt in the can 2 is m2g, and that is force 1 is equals to 10 m1, while the force in the second can, that is empty can, equals to 10 m2. And from this above two equation we got that 10 m1 is greater than 10 m2, due to which we got the result that the filled can feel the more force, while the second can feel less pulling force.
Here is the end of the second law of motion experiment. Now see the third law of motion experiment. Thank you.
Now after second law of motion, let us understand Newton's third law of motion with an example. First of all, let us memorize Newton's third law of motion. Newton's third law of motion states that for every action there is always an equal and opposite reaction. Now let us take a look around our example conducted by me, that is Purvam Patel and my team. First of all, let's discuss the materials required to conduct this practical. We require a balloon, straw, thread, tape and scissor. Setup. First take a straw and cut half of it. Now inflate the balloon and fix the straw on it. Now tie the thread straight between two poles and fix the straw balloon as shown in the picture and deflate the balloon. Here is another camera mode, that is slow mode.
So, after this practical, what we observe? We observe that the balloon travels straightly forward with high velocity.
Now let me explain why this happened. When we inflate this balloon, we fill it with pressurized gas. When we let go of the end, the air rushes out and pushes against the air around the balloon to move it in the opposite direction. And that is why the balloon moves forward.
हो जाओ सारे इकट्ठे, प्रजा मेरी देख लेगी, शर्म की बात है पूरी फौज हिला दी एक ने।
नज़्म नज़्म सा मेरे होठों पे ठहर जा, मैं ख्वाब ख्वाब सा तेरी आंखों में जागूं रे। तू इश्क इश्क सा मेरे रूह में आके बस जा, जिस ओर तेरी शहनाई उस ओर मैं भागूं रे।